In 2017, Earth is attacked by aliens called scavengers. They destroy the moon, causing massive earthquakes, floods, and other natural disasters. Humanity fights back with nuclear weapons, eventually winning the war, but Earth becomes uninhabitable in the process. 60 years later, almost all humans have relocated to Titan, a moon of Saturn. Only a few remain on Earth to oversee energy operations. Among them is Unit 49, technician Jack Harper and his partner, Victoria. They live in a sky tower and are scheduled to leave Earth in just 2 weeks to join the others. Their job is to maintain massive hydro rigs that turn seawater into energy for the Tet, a giant colony ship orbiting Earth. Jack and Victoria are also lovers, but their memories of this past were erased for security reasons. Despite that, Jack keeps having strange dreams about a woman he doesn't know. He also secretly escapes to a hidden valley untouched by destruction, where he has built a lakeside cabin and collects relics from humanity's past. One day, while repairing a missing drone, Jack is ambushed by scavengers and nearly captured. Later, he discovers that they are broadcasting a strange signal into space. Soon after, a NASA spacecraft crashes at the signal's coordinates. Inside are 5 humans in stasis pods. One of them is the woman from Jack's dreams. A drone quickly arrives and destroys 4 of the pods, but Jack rescues the last one and brings her to his base. When she wakes up, the woman reveals her name is Julia, and she had been part of the Odyssey mission from 2017. She insists on recovering the ship's black box, but while searching, she and Jack are captured by the so-called scavengers. Instead of aliens, they turn out to be human survivors, led by Malcolm Beach. Malcolm explains the truth. The Tet is not humanity's refuge. It's an alien artificial intelligence that conquered Earth. The drones and hydro rigs are serving it, not mankind. Malcolm wants Jack to reprogram a captured drone to deliver a nuclear bomb to the Tet, but Jack refuses. He and Julia are released, with Malcolm telling him to search the restricted radiation zone for answers. As Julia and Jack travel together, Jack begins to recover his memories. He realizes Julia is his wife. His flashbacks, especially those at the ruins of the Empire State Building, become clearer, and he remembers proposing to her there years ago. When they return to the base, Victoria sees Julia and is heartbroken. She reports to Sally, the Tet's controller, that she and Jack are no longer an effective team. A drone suddenly arrives, kills Victoria, and nearly kills Jack and Julia as well. They destroy it, but are forced to crash land in the radiation zone. There, they make a shocking discovery, another version of Jack Harper, Jack 52, identical to him, also repairing drone. The two fight, and Julia is wounded in the crossfire. Jack subdues his clone and impersonates him to infiltrate Unit 52's base. There, he meets a duplicate of Victoria, steals medical supplies, and returns to heal Julia. They retreat to Jack's secret cabin, where their bond deepens, and they spend the night together. Jack then returns to Malcolm, who is gravely injured. Malcolm reveals the full truth. Humanity never won the war. The Tet destroyed the moon, cloned Jack thousands of times, and used those clones and drones to wipe out Earth's defenses. The survivors thought the clones were machines until they noticed Jack's unusual behavior, like saving books or questioning orders. Jack finally agrees to help. He reprograms the captured drone with the nuclear core from Julia's ship, but before they can deploy it, other drones attack and destroy it. Jack barely escapes with Julia as Malcolm is fatally wounded. Determined to finish the mission, Jack decides to deliver the bomb himself. Julia enters a stasis pod for safety. On the way to the Tet, Jack listens to the recovered flight recorder from the Odyssey. It reveals the truth of his past life. He and Victoria were astronauts sent to explore Titan. When they encountered the Tet, Jack ejected Julia and the rest of the crew in stasis pods to save them, while he and Victoria were captured. That was the moment the Tet created his endless clones. Jack approaches the Tet, pretending he is bringing Julia as ordered. Inside the massive structure, he reveals the pod does not contain Julia. It holds the dying Malcolm. Together, Jack and Malcolm detonate the nuclear bomb, sacrificing themselves and destroying the Tet once and for all. Julia later awakens at the cabin Jack built in the Hidden Valley. 3 years pass. Julia now lives there with her daughter, the child she had with Jack before his sacrifice. One day, a group of survivors arrives, and among them is Jack 52, the clone who has slowly recovered fragments of his own identity. Though not the same Jack, he carries the same spirit, bringing a hope for a new beginning for Julia and humanity.